Hi YouTube. Like Blur and Oasis or Beatles and the Rolling Stones, with Victorinox and Leatherman most people fall in one camp. Generally I'm a Victorinox guy, but today I'm bringing you my Leatherman Rebar. Now you can be sure you're going to get a really unbiased view. Stay to the end. There is a little bit of a sting in this tale about my view of the rebar. One of the things I like about the rebar is that the tools are on the inside. I know that some people like it for easy access, but for me, I think it's much cleaner if you want to have it in your pocket. It feels better as well when you're using the pliers. It's all stainless steel on the outside. I've had this for about 5 years. It was a Christmas gift from my sons. They'll probably tell you I've had it longer, but let's see. It came with a leather case. I think now they've replaced this with a nylon sheath. Now, the total weight with the case is 221 grams or 7.7 ounces. Outside the case is 180 grams or 6.7 ounces. So it's reasonably heavy. It's 100 millimeters long, which is 4 inches. It's 30 millimeters wide, which is 1¼ inches, and 15 millimeters thick, which is ½ an inch. So it's not small by any means, but it's certainly not the largest Leatherman. It's a decent size, not too big, but feels solid. On the outside, you can see a ruler in inches and in millimeters. Let's open it up and take a look at the pliers and get them into focus. So here you can see it's got combination pliers, so regular as well as needle nose, and they actually meet really well. It's really well engineered. I think this is the reason why most people like Leathermans. They actually get them for the pliers. It doesn't have a spring, so you've got to get used to handling it without that. Let's take a closer look at the jaws on the pliers, and you can see that they meet really well. I mean, these meet so well you can pretty much use them almost as tweezers. The tips close particularly well. Looking at the rest of it, you can see it's got some jimping on there, which means you get quite a good grip. It has replaceable cutters as well. So all round, these are pretty good. They're not too wide, but they're reasonably delicate. It feels quite good in the hand as well. Despite it having the tools on the outside when it's open, it actually feels quite good in the hand, and you can get a really good grip without it hurting your hand at all. Moving on to the tools, let's take a look inside. And of course, the best place to start is with the main blade. It's got a good nail nick, which is quite nail friendly, a little bit slippery maybe. Let's pull it right out and lock it into place. Now, all of the tools on this lock, including the knife blade. Taking a closer look at it, we can see that it's a satin stainless steel. It's actually 420C. It's got a drop point, and the blade length is 60 millimeters or 2½ inches. I think it actually looks really good. It's a decent strength. Let's give it a test. I just get my post-it note. And this was really sharp, straight from the manufacturer. I have stropped it a little bit to keep it sharp. To be honest, I haven't used it that much, and I'll explain why at the end. But it's quite a decent blade for this sort of multi-tool. And you can see the button there to take the lock off. When the Leatherman's closed, you can see that the knife, you can grip it really well. And actually, even if you didn't have a lock, it wouldn't close on your fingers because you've got the other part of the Leatherman in the way. Opening it up, again, you can see the button to press to put the knife away. Taking a look at the other tools, you can see it's got a decent sized file with a crosscut on one side and diamond cut on the other side. It also has a file along the edge as well, if you can see that. So it's a really useful file, suitable for both wood and metal. Just putting that away, we can see the lanyard ring that's come out as well. The lanyard ring is the only tool that doesn't lock. So if you wanted to hang it around your neck, you could do with that. It's pretty solid. Putting that away, there are 3 more tools on this side. Let's get them out. You can see them there. So we have a largish flathead and a smaller flathead as well. Both could be used as pry tools, I guess. And then there's an awl. Now this is a pretty good awl actually here. So all 3 of these are locking. The awl has a hole in it as well and a really sharp edge. So it does cut into wood really well. You can also use it for opening packages. Just put those away and we'll have a look on the other side. So moving over, the first thing we'll look at is the other knife blade. So again, this has a good nail-friendly nick. You can see it's a serrated blade and it's 420 HC steel, satin as well. It's a sheepfoot blade as well. The length is 60 millimeters or 2.5 inches. So it's great having these 2. I imagine this would be a nightmare to sharpen, but it comes really sharp, and with the serrations, it's going to be great for cutting cordage. The other tools on this side, let's take a look. First of all, there is a really good Phillips screwdriver. So it's a nice 3D one. I think it's about a pH1. I'm not sure about the metal. It's possibly titanium. I don't think it's stainless. It's cast. But it's a really good, positive, well-cut screwdriver bit head. And being at the end, it's fairly easy to use. This locks as well. So you're not going to have a problem with it closing on you while you're trying to use it. So it's a little bit offset when you're trying to use it, but it's not bad at all. And it does work well. Putting that away, next we have a combination tool. So this is a combined cap lifter and can opener, but it's also got a really good wire stripper there. You can see the V. I would say this was better than the one on the Victorinox. And again, that locks. The last tool to look at is the saw. Just get it closed. So again, it locks and you get quite a good handle on it with the Leatherman closed. It's got a decent set of teeth, large and small. Let's just get it into focus. It's not a bad saw at all. Let's give it a test. Here's a chance for a comparison between the saw on the Leatherman Rebar and the saw on the Huntsman, so the Victorinox Huntsman. If you can see here, overall the length is about the same. I think the actual cutting edge is longer on the Huntsman than on the Rebar. It's an interesting different shape. One of the benefits with the Rebar is that it's locking, and I'm guessing by the look of this that both of them will cut on both the push and the pull. Let's give them a try. Hopefully you can see this okay. That went through that really easily. A nice clean cut as well. Now I'm just going to move that on because of the nut. Let's try the Huntsman now. So there's no lock on the Huntsman, so I'm just going to have to rely on some pressure. Let's see how it goes. So actually I think they cut about the same, and they get through these small sticks really easily. I've actually used the Huntsman on a stick twice as much twice as thick as this, and I don't see a problem with the rebar either. So let's just try the Huntsman again. Yeah, I'd say the Huntsman was maybe slightly smoother, but there's so little in it, and both have good teeth on the saw. So you wouldn't want to use it for cutting anything too thick, but actually for something of this size, it cut through really well. That was the Leatherman Rebar. So my overall view on this is it has a great tool set, really good pliers and cutters. I didn't test the cutters, but I mean, you'll have seen them in lots of other videos. Really good saw as well, and I really like the Phillips screwdriver, so really good tool set. The only thing missing for me is a pair of scissors. That's probably the tool that I use the most. Mine is more of an urban everyday carry. But, and it's a really big but for me, it's not UK legal carry because of the locking blades, both the straight blade and the serrated blade. And to be honest, I'm not sure where we stand with saws as well, if that would be counted as a blade. So I can't carry this on my person, which is a real shame. I know that in other countries it's okay. I do carry it in my work bag sometimes when I go to the office or if I'm doing other stuff. I'm not entirely sure that that's legal either, and that's a personal risk assessment that you need to take. I have sometimes had it in my car toolkit, but it's tucked away. It's not in the glove box. It would be in the back of my car. Because of this, I'm looking to replace the Leatherman Rebar, so I have the same tools but in a different carry, and that's UK legal. If you saw my toe peak mini toolkit video, that may give you a clue as to one of the elements. Another clue could be the Huntsman. So look out for that video. I'm really interested in your comments. You can comment on the UK legal situation for knives if you want. That's fine. I'm interested if you use a Leatherman every day, or if you're a Swiss Army knife guy or girl. So please leave me a comment. I do read them all. I learn so much from them, and I really appreciate you listening and taking the time to watch this. If you're still watching and you haven't already, why not hit the like? It really helps my channel. And maybe subscribe if you haven't already, then you'll get easy access to the other videos. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.